I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another live stream of Matitude, where we talk about, you guessed it right, Eurovision. And it's day 62 of rehearsals, I think. Gabe, does that sound about right? At least it feels like it.
It really does. It really does.
It has been. But the goodness is, where are you, my friend?
I am currently sat in Malmö, Sweden, where we are now on the ground and ready to bring you all of the latest news live from the contest. We've already had 2 interviews today with Aiko and Vismunust and Pulup. So those will be uploaded soon. We have more tomorrow. We have a lot more to come all through rehearsals. Matt, I'm excited.
I know. And I heard you had some fun time today in the Eurovision bubble.
Oh, yes. No, it was really, really great. We met up with Vismunust and Pulup for our interview, and they were like, hey, why don't we go to the pub and do the interview over a pint? And I was like, sure. So you'll see we have a very, very relaxed atmosphere in that interview. We also had a really great time meeting Aiko and doing an interview with the Czech delegation. She is so lovely. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying the yearly Czech redemption arc as well. I do actually have, Matt, one little bonus for you as well.
For me? Okay,
well,
shoot.
Yes, because... Now, my friend, Henny, whose apartment I am staying on her sofa bed. Thank you very much, Henny. Now, some of you may remember Windows 95 Man ran a competition on Instagram where he hid these denim eggs in a few different cities. Now, people went out and found those eggs. One of them was hidden in Malmo. Henny, would you like to share with the audience what you have in your possession? It is an authentic, here's Henny, it is an authentic Windows 95 Man mini jeg.
Wow. And what do you get for finding that? Do you get a prize?
Yep, Henny got free tickets to one of the shows. Which show was it?
Two tickets.
2 tickets to.
To the evening rehearsal of Semi-1.
No.
So on Monday.
I'm so jealous. Happy jealous again, but dang,
See,
congratulations.
turns out it splits into 2 pieces. See, this is the secret. The jag is hollow and has.
This was the secret letter with all the instructions, secret code, etc.
There you go.
Thank
So that is I am in illustrious presence, and also he's not gonna be on camera. But I also want to shout out to David, who is sat editing the interviews from today directly across the table from me. So we are hard at work here, and full of joy.
Okay, well, I am again jealous, happy, jealous, whatever you want to call it for you guys, because I wish I was there with you. But yeah, that is awesome. And we're gonna have a few more people join us in a little bit. They're all running a little late because, unlike us, they have a live. So we will cover for them until they get here. But I think we are so busy today because a lot has happened. So I think we need to jump right into it, and we're just gonna go in order because, that's just how it goes. The actual semifinalists to the little bit more than the half, I think it's the first half, and Latvia, they rehearsed today for the second time. And as we were going live, I saw that the recap video went live. So
what do we want to do? Do we want to watch the recap video, or are we going through the one by one?
We do one by one. How we did yesterday. I know you weren't here. So basically what it is, because I need the viewers' input as well. We will play the clip, and I'll pause it then after it's done, and then we'll talk it through, and then the people in the chat get to vote, and they will be in charge of creating our ranking video of the best rehearsals based on their vote. We did that yesterday. In case you guys didn't know, watch the video. But the viewers' personal winner of the rehearsal clips was, any guesses? Who do you think won the viewers?
I hope it was Ireland.
No.
What?
Was in the top 3 though. Ireland was in the top 3. Because Ireland gets a little bit more polarizing. A lot, people who hate
Croatia?
it. No, 4. Think. You want me to tell you?
Oh, it's going to be so obvious when you say it, isn't it?
Yes.
Go on. Go ahead.
Portugal.
Wow. ESC United audience with the best taste. Excellent.
Yes. Portugal
Absolutely
won.
excellent.
Yes. Alexandros is joining, so let me bring him in here. Good.
Kalispera, everyone. Hi.
Kalispera.
Right back at ya. We are just about to jump right into it, but before we do, just how are you?
I'm very excited about today, actually. I
wonder why.
We're halfway through the rehearsals, I think, and only 4 days left for the first semifinal, I think. That's crazy.
It is crazy, and we have so much to talk about. That's why I'm going to jump right into the topic, and we'll share, because the video for the semifinals that rehearsed today is out. So amazing. I think we should jump right into it. I was going to get the pictures ready, but just the timing allowed it. We have the clips. So we're going to go in order, and the first one should be Malta, right? Because they're opening. All right. Just sad we don't have Jonathan here because he's a fan of the song, but we'll talk to him at some point.
Can I say one quick thing before we start, which is that one thing I'm curious to see is how much leg each, if you know what I mean, like each rehearsal is showing. Like, what is the narrative they're trying to build around? Like, there are some people who are trying to push themselves up the odds, who are trying to make it seem more likely they qualify. Are they going to show us more? Are we going to see like more of their surprises? So a lot of so that's what I'm looking for. So I'm curious to see with countries like Malta, are they going to give us something big?
Have you seen the clips from yesterday at all, Gabe?
Yes, I've seen.
So I would assume that we from Malta we get the dance break or the instrumental part. It seems like they all do that. They give us the dance break. I don't know why they did that last year as well. So I have a feeling it's going to happen here, but I don't know. So on the first clip we're going to play is Malta.
30-second clip to show you. Enjoy.
Maybe not. No, they do. I knew it.
Oh, lots of dance moves. Oh, blindfolds.
Oh, okay.
Whoosh, round she goes.
round and round, and off comes Kirk. The gay vote is secured. I don't want to have more. I'm not looking. All right, Gabe, what are your first thoughts?
That flip, I find it's really fun. It's also it's so camp and it's so silly. The blindfold thing is interesting. It's an interesting gambit. I think with this song, I think that it's right that they're clearly being quite ambitious with this staging. They kind of needed to be, because I think we need. If this is going to have any chance of qualifying, they have to really smash it on the staging front. So I'm glad to see they're pushing the boat out. I do wonder whether people might think it's a little bit much potentially, but I think it's what they need to do. So I'm positively surprised. Obviously, we don't know about the vocal much from this clip because all we really saw was dancing.
Yeah.
But it is where I think it needs to be at the moment, or at least seems to be moving in the right direction.
Well, that's good. I think that is kind of what they're going for, moving in the right direction, because betting odds do not believe Malta is going to go through. What do you think, Alexandros? Good first impression or nah?
My impression actually exceeds the impression that I had the first time that I heard the song. I feel like the staging is upgrading the whole thing, the whole performance. Of course, they showed us like the 30 seconds of the dance break. That's very clever. But one thing that I will have to say, like, everything is great, everything is perfect. The one negative thing that I will have to say is that at some point it seems like it's not very. It's when she does that vocal thing with the when she does that, very nice to not see her doing it. It feels like pre-recorded backing vocals, and I don't know. It kind of feels like maybe we need to see like her doing it. So, do you remember Malta in 2021 when she had like that pre-recorded message in French, but she sang it live? So that was like cool because we can see her mouth moving. Well, we knew that it was pre-recorded.
I need to interrupt real quick, because people are saying the stream is lagging a whole lot. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and restart this real quick. So everyone will disappear for like 5 to 10 seconds. Don't go anywhere. And oops. Say that again. All right. Can you guys hear me? I cannot hear you, Gabe. I'm not sure if you went on.
Oh, hello.
So let's try this again and see how if it's improved it. Alexandros, can you hear us? I think he is actually gone right now. He's frozen on my end.
He's simply shocked into silence by Malta, clearly.
All right. He was like, "You're not going to interrupt me." So yeah, that's funny. But now then, while we're waiting for him to come back, is I can echo what the two of you said. Malta needs a fantastic staging, because I never thought they would not have a chance, right? I think it was, like a little more tricky. They needed really the right package, but they're certainly not hurting their chances with what I saw so far. To me, there's a difference between what I personally like and what I objectively think will work. Personally, it's not my staging, right? It's just like I've seen it all before, the flipping around, the dance breaks, and the song is just like in that girl bob, fairly comfortable spot. That being said, I can see actually a lot more people voting for this than the betting odds and the fan polls indicate right now. I do think that this is fun. It has cool elements here, and the blindfolds, I'm not sure if it's really necessary, but it is visually quite interesting from just the 30 seconds. So I think Malta is only going to help their chances. In terms of qualification, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But we will go from there. Right now, just between the three of us, who thinks at this point, it's more like yes or no, right? Is Malta going to qualify? Who thinks yes? So right now, still a no. Oh, no, you still think, Alexandros, it's a yes? Why is that?
Yeah, right now yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, that's I'm still saying no, but I'm not convinced. How about you, Gabe? You're also still like waiting.
It's a no for me. I think I said this a few days ago when I was on the stream. I think the overall package is not, the song that's underneath it is not strong enough.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
there are a
the
bunch of
problem.
people
You
who
can't
voted in the.
fix that,
Sorry,
unfortunately.
yeah.
No, that's it. I'm done.
No, that's okay. As always, I asked everyone to vote in the poll. It's very important that you do that because this will also then result in the final ranking. As said, Portugal won yesterday, Ukraine second, Ireland third, and Croatia fourth. And who do you think came last, Gabe?
In the
Yeah,
from semi-final
ranking.
one, Iceland.
Yes, you got that one right.
Woo!
Iceland did come last. I personally think that's the worst rehearsal, actually. So I wouldn't have put them last, but I think people just didn't click with them. Anyways, here we go. Let's show the results for Malta and see what everyone says. So It's Okay is the most voted option, 39%, and then 33%, a third say they like it, 15% they love it, and only 11% did not like it. I think that is a good result from Malta, that not many people dislike it. You surprised about this outcome, Gabe?
I think there's an element here of like a low bar at play, because I think we shouldn't forget that people wouldn't have had very high expectations. I don't mean that in a mean way. I just think because this song isn't really favored, I think people, maybe they look at it, it's easy to be positively surprised if you don't have high expectations.
Yeah.
I suspect that's what's happening here. That's no disrespect, because I think that it's clearly really well executed. I just think there's something about that going on, and that's why people are so impressed by it.
Yeah, and somebody asked a question, Matt, who would have you put last then if I said not Iceland? Personally, and I'm sorry if I've offended anybody, but the one that was the least, the most underwhelming to me was Australia, I think. So I probably would have put Australia last. I thought it was a very underwhelming staging, and it was all kept in secrecy, right? No promotion or nothing. And so I thought, well, maybe they're going to give us something, but the clip itself was very like, to me. Was there one that really disappointed you, Gabe?
So, who really disappointed me? I mean,
not disappointed. Disappointed is such a strong term. I would more say like underwhelmed you based on the 30 seconds. And that's good change.
I would say Cyprus. Like, I don't really know. You know, this dance move she's doing where she's like this.
Yeah.
It's so odd. Like, I've heard a few people say it's Jojo Siwa-esque, and they don't mean that positively.
Yeah.
Like,
she's this annoying like teenage girl, right? That is like on TikTok and whatever.
Yeah, it didn't, and the camera angles were all over the place. I feel like, I think, you know, I flagged this up a while ago about, you know, the risks that you take when you have someone who's not very experienced in this position. She needs people behind her who are going to provide the kind of steadfast creative direction that she won't be able to. And at the moment, with all these different camera angles and things going on, it's not doing what it needs to do for me at the moment.
I actually don't disagree with you. And we're going to ask you also, Alexander, in a moment, but we got to move on. We have so much to cover. So let's move on to the second clip of the night, which is, who's second? Albania, right? So let's go.
The video isn't really working.
Is it frozen?
Like, the frame rate is like 1 frame per second.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
Let me unshare and share again. See if that helps. There's something.
What quality have you got it on YouTube?
Huh?
What quality have you got it on YouTube there?
Oh, the highest. It's
Drop
working
it
just
down.
fine on my end.
I mean, I would drop it down to like 480p because we're not going to see it in the highest quality anyway, and it's better to have it smoother in 480p. Than
I'll put it in 720 actually. What do you want to do it?
Just try dropping it down to 480 and resharing it and seeing if that works.
All right. It was fine yesterday, so but we'll see. Go back here. Still?
It's a bit better.
Okay. 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 Alexandros, what do you think?
I'm okay. So at first, I'm very glad about the outfit change. Actually, like I think I'm the only one who likes it. Like this outfit, other than the other one.
No, the other one was for. Oh, you
But
like the
for
old
me,
one?
the song. No. I like this one.
Yeah, most people
better.
didn't like the old one, so I think that's going to be actually a majority with here. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because I saw some comments about this outfit too that they say like they don't like it either. So for me, it's like so much better. But the song, maybe these 30 minutes that they chose are not the
30 minutes?
greatest,
You mean
and
30 seconds?
I don't see it.
30 minutes? I don't know if I could take 30 minutes of this.
Yeah, 30 seconds. No. Yeah, the 30 seconds uh, are not changing my mind about the song or the qualification chances that it will not have.
Yeah. You're a little choppy right now, so I think I heard most of it. Frozen. Gabe, what did you think about the clip?
Every time I hear this, I think everything about the way this was at the national final was better. The original cut of the song was better. The staging was better. I think it's frustrating because I really like the original song and I just keep seeing us taking steps backwards. And we're at the stage now where I don't think it has much of a chance. This outfit is better. I still don't like it.
You like the staging, like with the dancers, like the screen effects, or is that just not to your liking either?
Not really, and it feels so empty, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's when I watch I mean, they're trying to put some cool ideas in there, right? Make it visually a little bit more striking, and I can appreciate the effort that's being put into that. But at the same time, I kind of agree with what you're saying. It doesn't necessarily change the way I feel about the song and its chances just based on this 30-second clip. But I don't know what they could have done to really win me over, to be fair. I agree the outfit is better. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not distracting as much. The other one was distracting. When I say distracting, is you look at her, I'm like, are these chains, cables? Why is she wearing that? And then you stop paying attention to the song. So here, at least it's not distracting. So yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I don't think I have like a huge. Oh, I forgot to put the poll up. So while I'm doing that, anybody else has any thoughts while I'm putting that up real quick? Because I forgot about Albania. Is it really just it is what it is?
I just, like I said,
Can we say that we? Yeah.
What?
No, go on.
I was going to say, like I said, I feel like we just keep taking steps backwards, and it seems to go one of two ways with these Albanian revamps. You sort of have a situation like you had with Mal, for example, in 2018, or a situation like you had with I can't remember the English name, Peral, was it 2015, 2016? Fairy Tale, was it?
Yeah.
In 2016. And unfortunately, I feel like we've gone that way where the revamp has mean it's taken a step backwards. I think the original had a shot, and this doesn't, I'm afraid, which is a shame because she's a talented vocalist and the original song was a lot stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel so. I put up the poll. I give you a few moments to vote. Did you like the Albanian? And I feel like we're almost a little bit too hard, but it's like one of these songs, and it goes a similar route for what we talked about Moldova and Iceland. I don't know if any of the stagings really were the ones that made a difference for us to be like, hey, we didn't have like a sand lady moment or anything like that we had back in the day. So yeah, it's kind of like what it is. So I'll give you just a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. End go. And let's take a look at the results. So I can write them down. Don't like. 68% did not like it. That is higher than anything else I've seen in the first semi. So that can be good. That can be good. 68%. Then 28% said it's okay, and 3% said they'll like it, and then 0 I have not seen a 0% saying love it. So this is, ouch. I feel like we have the potential last place in the fan ranking here. That is, ay, that hurts. That hurts. Oh man. Okay, maybe I should have voted
That's
just
brutal.
it's not going to be as bad, but yeah, that is low. All right, let's move on because I don't want to, harp on this. So we're going to move on to the next clip real quick. And third performing was Greece. Get ready, y'all. Let's take a look at the Greek clip. I have not seen it yet.
Κι αν μένω πάντα σε περιμένω. Τρέμω σαν φλόγα, σαν σπίρτο αναμένω. Όταν χαράζει με τρώει το μαράζι. Μόνη πεθαίνω αν είσαι αλλού.
Okay. That's a float. Okay. Oh, she's not singing the ta ta ta. That's bad. I thought she was going to sing that. Oh, here come the handkerchiefs. Okay. So, as I expected, or the way we felt it, lots and lots of close-ups, which is the idea here, which a lot of countries yesterday could have learned a lesson from. But I got to go to you, Alexandros. If your internet is very spotty right now, but can you hear me? What do you think?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
So for me, the rehearsal clip wasn't giving as much, I think, as many as wanted to. Like, they know that there is some hype, even though the song is 8th in the odds. Like, we know it's not winning, we know it's not coming for that top 10, it's 8th. But now I think it's 9th. But I think my only problem, because I liked the camera shot, because I've seen many clips that the cameras are too close to the artist or too far away from the artist. Like, from the camera perspective, we're okay. The mixing, though, we are having a problem there, because we can hear the backing vocals more instead of Marina herself, which she doesn't need to have backing vocals that high up instead of her own voice. She has a very good voice. So that's my only comment.
I will say, because I'm not too surprised to hear that, only because yesterday we talked about it on several rehearsal clips, like the sound mixing is off. Australia was one example, even Poland and some others, where either the backup vocals were too low or too loud. And so just in those clips. So yeah, I agree with you. Gabes, your thought?
I'm a bit worried about the Steadicam at the minute. This one shot thing can really work, but this was way too slow. It was way too static. I think we need a bit more movement. We need a bit more energy and dynamism. For that reason, I'm not a massive fan of this at the moment. That could change, and they have time to fix it. I know they were, working hard at this today at the arena, but I think they need to have a bit of a rethink on this. I know they really want to stick to the one camera idea, but this was just way too still. And I'm worried that we're already at the point where the second rehearsal is finished. The next time they perform this will be in the dress rehearsal on Monday morning.
Yes.
And it's late in the day to change stuff. Sorry, on Wednesday morning, not Monday morning, but they won't even be in the arena on Monday or Tuesday.
No.
It is late in the day to change stuff on Wednesday.
Usually only minor changes are allowed after the second rehearsal. There are times where they do closed additional rehearsals if for some reason the EBU messed up somewhere or not providing the information. There's several kinds. I know that Estonia, Storm, like this, the effect, they had so many issues with that, so they let them rehearse a couple of times behind closed doors. The same thing with a popular Eric Sade, because the cage didn't want to crack the entire time. They had lots of issues with that, so they were practicing all of that stuff. So something like this could happen here if it's something that the EBU messing up on, but I don't think that's the case here. So yes, I agree with everything that you were saying here. It's especially the energy is not there, but it's always a caveat to it. In every video, it's a rehearsal. It's a rehearsal. It's a rehearsal. So the energy, I'm not also as worried about, but it's more the energetic camera movement that I'm worried about, because we want to have that feel. And the comment that I put on screen is like, I feel like the modern staging makes it less of a jury pleaser. I never thought that Greece was a jury pleaser to begin with. It was always about the televote. for Greece. So, and that's why I'm not worried about Greece's chances of qualifying even with like the little clip that we've seen. I know there are probably a lot of Greek people in the chat who are like, "We're no," I'm like, no, don't worry, we're not overjudged because we saw 30 seconds of a very specific part of the performance that could have also been like, we don't want to show our cards too much right now either.
And
so
also, sorry,
yeah,
sorry to jump in.
no.
There, I just know that we will have like each 30 seconds of the song, something new will be up to the stage and up to the camera shots. So maybe that half that we saw is the bad one, like not the bad one, but like the most static one. And
Mhm.
maybe like even in the start, we saw Marina doing like in the and the camera going like very quickly. So maybe in the start it will be very jumpy, very all over the place, and then it calms down and then goes back in at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll don't worry, we're not too worried right now. I mean, is anyone thinking, I mean, who thinks that Greece will qualify? Right? 3. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not worried about that Greece not going to qualify. It's just really just we don't have enough to really get like our socks blown off here with this particular clip. Let's take a look at what you're all saying in the chat. I'm going to close the poll.
Someone has put a comment in. I'm pretty sure they meant to say wide shots, but they've said to Gabe, do you think we have seen too many wide shits? For example,
That's the typo that I would make.
And others. Personally, it's way too many. Well, let me say that on the 10 past 10 flight this morning, based on my experience with that plane toilet, yes, we did see too many wide shits. But in the arena, when it comes to wide shots, I would also say yes. I think that there seem to be a lot of them this year, and I'm worried whether it's maybe a feature of the stage that we're ending up in this position. I would hope to see more close stuff in. I know Serbia want that; they've made that very clear. I think others will as well. To be honest, I've seen a lot of messy camera shots. Some of the Croatian ones seemed like they were getting there, but not quite there. We talked about the Cypriot ones being wrong. You mentioned Australia. To be honest, I think the only countries that have really got it right at the moment are Ireland has it spot on, because I think Bambi clearly is really headstrong, knows exactly what they want, and is communicating that really clearly. And it really comes across that they have such a clear vision for what they want to do. And Ukraine, that is working really well as well.
Yes.
Most people are going to need to alter the shot somehow. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see something quite radically different on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see. So I got so it's okay. Say by the way, it was funny because was it yesterday? I was at the store and I was texting to my friend, autocorrect, and it said I'm lesbian now, when it's supposed to be I'm leaving now. So it just reminds me like when the autocorrect sometimes also messes with you. That reminded me of the white shits.
By the way, just so you know, Matt, I will need to leave at 1/4 the hour. So it's
1/4.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go for these real quick. A few more. So Greece has 42%. It's okay. 23 like it. 17% don't like it, and 16% love it. So it's probably. I mean, I was gonna say better than Malta, but Albania. But the bar's a little low there. Let's jump right to the next country then, so that we can have as much of your input, Gabe, as humanly possible. Oh, Daniel, I didn't notice he came in. Oh my God, I don't know how long he's been waiting. Oh God. Hi, Daniel. Sorry, I didn't see you in the waiting room. I'm so sorry. I was been multitasking. I wasn't ignoring you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing just fantastic. We are just about to jump into the next rehearsal clip.
I've seen nothing today, just so you know.
You what? Yeah, okay, so you missed then Malta, Albania, and Greece. We're going to move on to Switzerland now. So I know we saw the platform. I maybe see it in action now. So here we go. Okay. Oh!
I like that, huh?
Oh, he has magnets on his shoes? So he's not just standing there. There's no way he can just...
Their shoes, Matt. There.
Okay. That's the ending. I like that they showed us the ending. Like, unlike Island, where we get the beginning, we get the end of the song. Okay. Okay, I know a lot of people had a lot of opinions about the outfit. Go ahead, Gabe.
Just a quick reminder to the chat that Nemo uses they them pronouns.
Oh yeah, I
so
keep
we should
forgetting
list them as
about that.
they
I'm
and them.
trying. It's just,
That's all right. I saw some people in chat making that mistake as well, so we just got to make it super clear. In terms of this needs more intensity, in my opinion. There's that big panning wide shot that's not working. The prop itself has a lot of potential. Again, when we're talking about camera shots, when it's not being leveraged in the way it should be just yet, in my opinion. I really love the sort of leaning back effect that they do. That's really cool. I want to see a bit more from this. I think it's a potential winner. I just think they need to tighten it up to make that more of a possibility. It's super intense, but the thing is like those wide shots, it makes you lose it. Whereas I think with this kind of thing, you need that kind of falling effect. It needs to be super focused on Nemo. I don't want Nemo moving about in the shot. What I would want is for Nemo to be staying in the same place and the rest of the shot to be moving. I think that would be a much more powerful way of doing it. So let's see if they look into changing those camera shots.
Okay, Daniel, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm just trying to just coming on. That's the first time I saw it. It's actually not bad at all. I did like the whole thing, the tilting thing that he does. That was quite impressive, I thought. Yeah, maybe more close-ups, I thought. And I have to be honest, I'm not really a fan of the song that much. It's not really, it's not gelling with me much. But I get the sort of the vocal ability and the orchestration. I think it's all really, really strong. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it didn't look bad. I didn't think it looked bad at all. I don't, I'd like to see a bit more. It feels a bit like maybe a little bit sort of like it's just him, and I'm guessing that's why they have the costumes and everything to sort of to occupy the camera. What's going on in the camera, but maybe a little bare on the bare side.
Just them.
It's relying a lot on the prep. On them. Yeah, sorry, on the prep, on the prop. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So so there were a lot of comments also previously about the outfit. It was less excited about the outfit. Personally, it's I wouldn't call it my favorite. I'm not as bothered by it as others are.
No, that's really good.
I actually what I do like is the dramatic contrast between the dark staging and the pink outfit. Makes Nemo really like whoa, and that's really cool. So color wise, I'm all in favor of flamingo spirits there. So I'm not too worried about it. I agree with what you said in particular, Gabe, about some of the camera shots. It seems to be a recurring theme, and we were so spoiled by the BBC last year, who really nailed the camera stuff. And I feel like we have a little bit more of an issue here. People like on the chat here, apparently Switzerland now dropped from the betting odds favorite. They were passed by Croatia. Is that correct? I didn't look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Croatia's actually built up a little bit of a lead. So you can currently, just for those of you who haven't seen, if you look at the odds, you can currently get 2-1 on Croatia to win. And it's 3-1 on Switzerland to win. So that's a little bit of a lead. 24% to 18% are the implied chances there. So it is a small lead, but it is nevertheless a lead for Croatia. Obviously, odds are just odds. They're not actual results. So
exactly
mean anything at this stage.
But it's still kind of like where you'd see how people feel about it more than anything. I don't think it changes their odds of winning, I think, but it seems like how it's being perceived. But let's take a look at the poll here. So 32% like it, 27% love it, 25% say okay, and 14% were not a fan of it. So that is a pretty good result still. I think the fact that it's just a very strong, good song with a great artist, I think that alone helps it. And the staging has so much potential. Before we move on, real quick, Alexander, any final thoughts on Switzerland? I don't want to leave you out.
Yeah, like I just saw a comment now by Christina B, which I agree with it. Like, it does not have climax. She or he says, I don't know, or they, that wow moment. Also the outfit. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, for me, the staging, the performance, the outfit is a no. So
okay, nope, that is understandable. We'll see. Everything is possible. Let's move on to performance number 5, which is Czechia. Here we go. I like that effect with that cube there.
Yeah.
Still wearing that outfit. Oh, this comes really far down that cage. Oh, it's at this. Is that the screen that was in the back there? The cube.
Yeah.
It was
That looked
indeed.
really cool. I will say, I said it before, so I'll say it again. I'm still distracted by the outfit, and I'm not like a creep or anything like that, but it's intentionally like it just draws your eyes to the chest, and I'm like, then everything else becomes almost unimportant to me. So I'm just not a fan of the look personally. But let's go for a quick through you guys. Gabe, what are your thoughts?
So I think I'm feeling pretty optimistic. I'm a bit of a Czech Republic truther. I think that there's been a bit too much catastrophizing about this through the season. They do, and it's, if you look on Twitter, it is out there. There's a really cool effect they use that cube for towards the end, which is really exciting. I think the vocals are a lot better. I think this style of music does appeal to a lot of people. So actually looking at what we have so far, I think there is a genuine opportunity for the Czech Republic to qualify here. So yeah, I'm more optimistic than I was before. And I'm going to keep saying, trust the process. And I still believe.
Okay, very interesting. Alexandros, your first impression watching this?
I agree so much with Gabe. I like the song. I love the song. I love the staging. One small detail that I want to point out, though, is that, have you noticed that in the cubes, like, we know that outside they have the LEDs, and under them they have like a small proportion of LED, but we haven't seen that the inside part, it doesn't have any LED, and that part is so annoying for me, that we can see like the black thing, the inside of the cube, which is black, and when the camera is under the stage and it shows the artist, it shows the black thing inside the cube, and that annoys me a lot. But other than that, I just love it.
Okay, so I'm happy to hear, because I actually am quite fond of the song. I've said it before, so I'm glad that there's some optimistic opinions. Before I'm gonna ask Daniel, let me bring up the poll results first, and then we'll go from there, see how our read of followers liked it. 35% think it's okay, so okay category wins. Like it, 30%, so it's right there in the middle. 22% don't like it, and 12% say love it. So, Daniel, your thoughts, especially seeing the results here from the poll?
I thought she sounded quite good, actually, because like the other lives that we've seen her, she hasn't been that vocally sort of there. I suppose I'm comparing it to that first performance, which was a bit of a train wreck, maybe. I mean, no, I don't want to, but I love as soon as I heard the song on the video, I was like, this is actually quite good. I think I was going to say, I had the same reaction to what you had, Matt, in terms of just looking at the outfit. And because I had to do this sort of write-up for like for the TikTok thing, and I noticed that she actually is wearing a bra, which is fine, but at the same time, but it's sort of it's implying, the outfit is implying
the illusion is there, yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of sort of, I don't know what that's about, but I suppose it's a choice. Yeah, I think I agree with everything you said. I think it's a really good song. I actually think it's actually elevated a lot. From, and I've always been a bit of a fan of this song, but I just always had it as a bit of a non-qualifier, just from that performance that we saw at the
and I say less right now, because we have to go through a lot of songs, and I will do a separate video anyways, a more deep dive into my thoughts. I'll let you talk. I know you have to leave, Gabe, now, right?
Yes, I will take this opportunity to say it's you'll see a lot more of me, unfortunately, for some of you in the next. There we go, I got it. In the coming days. Yeah, we're really excited to bring you all of the news, reviews, interviews, and so on from Malmö. It's such a pleasure to be here, and thanks to all of you, to the audience, for making this possible. So
yes,
much love, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Bye, Gabe.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right, so he's gonna have some fun in Malmö. Well, the rest of us get to listen to these songs. So I think we should jump right into the next one, which is going to be Austria, which, I am pretty excited about. Daniel, you haven't seen anything either, you said, right?
No, nothing. Have you guys seen it?
No.
Have you?
I have
Okay.
not, because the clip came out as I was coming online.
Okay.
So it's
What
all.
about the TikToks for the top 5? Have they been out as well?
That's why we gotta put some time in it for these. Okay, so we'll try to get our thoughts in quickly on these, and then we'll keep working. Okay, of course we get the music right here as well. Oops, I canceled out of it on top of it. Here's some commercials. I got to start over the clip in a second. Okay. So let's go to you first, Daniel. When you saw Austria, your thoughts?
Overall positive. That looked quite sleek, actually. Again, the sort of camera angles, I was sort of expecting something, and it kind of came at the end. The back, it kind of panned out maybe at the right moment. Also, I noticed the outfit change. It's a new outfit, isn't it? Completely new outfit.
I'm not sure. I was like so raving to this that I totally didn't pay attention to the outfit. I got to watch it
It's
again.
completely different. It's still a bodhice, but it's still very different. It's not the same, is it? And the hairstyle is different as well.
I said like same with Matt. I didn't notice that the outfit is a different one.
Okay, and you may be. I was just like into it right now, so I should have. I'll watch it again before I do my video. But you may be right. Good, go ahead.
I don't know. Like, wasn't she wearing like a black thing with like loads of little studs?
Maybe I was so distracted by the staging. I'm not sure.
What were you looking at?
I was looking at I was dancing for a second, and then I was actually looking at the backdrop a lot and the colors and all of that stuff. I tried to absorb that.
It's actually, I would say I don't know. I'm feeling it. Personally.
Oh, that's good. I mean, even if you don't have like anything to add, if you feel it, that is what they want. How do you feel, Alessandros?
For me, I think that I prefer the Malta song for some reason. In terms of girl bops and stuff like that. I do not vibe as much with this, even though I like the staging. I think it looks really cool. Her vocals, I think maybe they've gotten better, or I think we can hear more the backing vocals again here. So maybe the mixing is saving the performance a bit from like shaky vocals. But I don't know. I'm not 100% believe that this song will qualify.
I'm then bringing more like the positive vibes in here in regards to the Austria's performance. I kind of, because I put up Liza's comments, I mostly agree with what was said. Vocals are a bit wonky, but I don't think it's really impacts the performance. Still think the song's quite dated and will probably suffer with the Jeers in the final. But that indicates or implies that Austria will qualify, which I agree. I do think it's one of the stronger bops, actually. But I like this kind of music, and I agree. There were some, it's not the most perfectly vocal performance, but it doesn't really make big of a difference like we had with Austria a couple of years ago. It's not off-putting because the backtrack and the backup vocals are pretty loud. And that is what I say about like Poland needs to do as well. And to make it show, and I'm giving it with all the love in the world. Eleni Ferrer was not the best vocalist herself, right? They knew they had the backup vocals with her while she was dancing. It's hard to keep always your notes on point. So all these little like imperfections, when you package it right, it works. And I think Austria is close to that. But that being said, I think the staging is just amazing. This warehouse feel, it gives you energy. It gives you life. So I think that was visually for me like, mwah. I really liked. And some people are saying the vocals were too loud. Yes, maybe they are, but that's often the case with these dance performances because oftentimes these singers, they dance a lot. They did it with Switzerland in 2019. I said, you know, they had backup singers for Ladaniva singing the melody with it. That's very, very common and very, very understandable. It is a live performance. We want live vocals because the alternative is that we're just going to have backtracks the entire time. You know, and we don't want that either for the main melody. So I'm okay with that if they know what the song's about. So let me take a look at what the chat thinks. I know we had some differing opinions here among ourselves. So 38% said only okay. A little bit disappointed that that's the number one. 29% that like it and don't like it 17%, and 15% said love it. So I'm a little bit disappointed by that outcome, but I guess Daniel, you kind of agree with this?
I don't. Yeah, I do think there's something about her voice that you either like or love. Does that make sense? I think that's something that's kind of piercing through a little bit. I mean, it for some reason, whenever I hear it, it reminds me of gym music, like we hear at the gym.
Oh, like your cycling class, yeah.
Yeah, it's very. But then there's quite interesting, you know, sort of drum and bassy and like all these intricate productions. Yeah, I think it's the voice, and I have seen the comparison. I think Boris mentioned about Eleni Ferreira, but I don't know if she has the sort of the presence that Eleni had. I don't, you know, I don't think that's a comparison, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Eleni was this sort of ball of fire, wasn't she? Whereas I don't know if Kaleen is sort of, but at the same time, it's a different person, different personality. It's just that my vibes, my thoughts. Yeah.
All right, interesting. Let me go back and share my screen real quick, and then we'll jump to Denmark and listen to that clip. I feel as, you know, I kind of know what to expect. I'm just curious if they're going to show us the sand effects and all of that stuff. Let's find out. I did that already, didn't I?
Doesn't have a sound, or is it me?
Oh, maybe I shared it incorrect. Oh, I shared window, not tab. My bad. Let me fix that. When I share window, you don't get the sound. So I gotta fix that. So hold on 2 seconds. I'm gonna reshare.
Sand.
So Chrome tab. Let's do it this way. Oh, that's also the end, I guess?
Is it? Okay.
I think so. I mean, the last few seconds of the song. I see some clapping coming from you, Alexandros. So go ahead. Why don't you share your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the first person who danced off with Eleni Ferreira, with Eleni Tsagrinou, with every girl bop that we had from Cyprus, from Greece. I mean, don't you love when you have a good vocalist on stage without hearing like too much of the backing vocals and only her voice? And like that is the part that I'm missing. Like even if we go back a little bit, just to mention the thing about Cyprus and the countries that have the girl bops, even Cyprus, when they sent one after another girl bop, they didn't do the same. They didn't have the same success as Eleni Ferreira, like with El Diablo or Replay. It wasn't the same. So I think when we have this pattern too much, I think this song stands out so much, and it will stand out on the live, and I believe it will qualify eventually.
All right. Well, I'm gonna then go next only because I have the opposite opinion of you. Actually, I was underwhelmed by this clip. I thought it felt. I know that this was not the best 30 seconds, only because I've seen the TikTok clips with the cool like backdrop with her in the sand and she's doing all of that. So this one just looked like almost like the national final to me, you know, and I didn't see anything visually striking to me here. And so that is what I was looking for. So if these are the last 30 seconds of the performance, it's not as climatic as I want it to be. She hits a nice note, big, and all that stuff, but I was hoping for something visually bigger for the last 30 seconds. So as someone who's not like crazy about the song, I don't know if this 30 seconds really like gives me this, oh my God, this is much better than I anticipated to be. It didn't like shock me, but it was just like, I wanted to see like really cool parts of the song, and I didn't get to see that here. So Daniel, you're the tiebreaker. Where do you fall?
I think I echo more you, Matt, because I felt like I didn't really feel the song elevated at all. I do think she can sing. And in the TikTok, did we not see like a backing vocalist with her or something? I can't remember.
It's what the backstage. It's actually she wrote the Mama song from 2020 that Move. I forgot
And she was,
the name.
and she was moving with her in synchronicity, and I didn't see her at all in that clip. So I'm just going to do
that's why we didn't get the great clip. That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, I did think it was a bit bare, and I feel like it doesn't really elevate the song. I think I echo what you think. I mean, to be honest, I think I was glad they did away with that stand, because I did feel it was a bit pointless in the national final. But here it seems she's on flat ground. So yeah, I would say I'm sort of veering towards you, what you think.
And people in the chat are asking about the Big Five. We'll do that next. But we wanted to have to go through the first countries that performed first. Now, putting comments on that, we cannot respond to all of them because we got to work our way through. But just know that we see them, and we always appreciate your input. Let's go ahead and look at the poll here real quick and see how our viewers feel about this one, and see if they're equally polarized. 45% actually say okay. So it's not. I think they're more in line with what Daniel and I said here. 22% said didn't like it. 21% said like, and only 10% said love. So Alexandra, that's disappointing to see the results here.
I'm the 10%. I like the song.
Was it you? Was it you that was clicking?
Maybe, I don't know. No, it was not me. But
I think
okay.
one vote wouldn't have not made the big difference here. But yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Like, we will see. Like, what the public will say on Thursday.
Yeah. Wait. That will be. Well, we're gonna get the dress rehearsals on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So then Thursday is the actual live show. Yeah, but most people won't be able to see the dress rehearsals, of course, except for the people in the arena and the press, of course. All right. So after Denmark, we have Armenia, which I'm really excited about to see. I'm like almost nervous because I want it to be really good, and I don't want to be disappointed. Let's see. Are you ready?
Same.
It's quite okay.
Ooh.
So I'll go to you first, Daniel. Your thoughts?
Oh no. Okay. I have to say I'm not a fan of this song at all. I don't know.
Okay. What about
I
the
find it a
staging?
little bit. Yeah, it's really good, and actually I thought there was like really tight camera angles. Just really, the whole thing sounded really good, like just on record. Really, I wasn't expecting anything else, and there's just something a bit twee about it. I find it very sort of, and not very contemporary. Not that it should be contemporary, but I feel like there's literally nothing contemporary about it. So, but the staging is really good, very tight, and I like the whole little island with all those people around it. That utilizes the stage really well, and the colors kind of go with the theme of the song. Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, I'm very smitten with the song, so of course that is
Okay.
exciting for me to put out there. But when you like a song, you're often like more critical when like you're not super impressed by the staging. But I just based on that clip, they know what they're doing. Sure, when she was walking around, hell, she knows she's doing a rehearsal, right? It was not like the fast, energetic walk there yet, but that is fine because it's a rehearsal. But when she was like playing with the cameras, like how it zoomed in, and she's like talking to the audience, the TV viewers, they will suck. They will eat this up. and that will suck. And that's going to be such a moment. And I like some of the camera cuts, like the Jako, and then like the ding, 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 really fast edits. Really just adds to the energy of that. So I am very, very, very feeling the energy. And as said, I think they're still at like 60 or 70% of the energy we saw them walking around, which is fine. It's a rehearsal. But I am very pleasantly surprised with what I just saw. The lighting is great. So I'm happy, and I want Armenia to succeed. So I think they're looking pretty right now, in my book. Alexandros, what do you think?
I'm gonna agree with you in everything. For me, at first, the song wasn't hitting at first, like when I listened to the song on the streaming platform and when I saw the video. But that's what I love about Eurovision. Everything changes when we see the live performances. Everything can, when you like a song, you may not like the performance, or when you don't like the song, you may love the performance. So for me, it's the second part. I love the performance. I love the energy. I just hope it qualifies for real.
Yeah, and it's a very important point that you raised. Certain times, there are times when your song that was on your radar, the staging really changes. We have not seen the camera work yet, but for me, for instance, Norway is just like an okay song to me. But I looked at the clips on TikTok the other day and I was like, oh my God, that looks breathtakingly beautiful. So that really, certain songs I don't listen to in the studio version, right? But when you watch it on the Eurovision stage, it's like a feast. This is like an experience. And that could potentially where Armenia falls. And people were saying, it may not do as well in the finals because I don't think the juries will go for this music, but right now we're only worried about qualification, and I think they have that in the bag.
Doesn't it remind you a little bit of Moldova 2022? Something about it
has the spirit, the traditional song, but this certainly has not the same kind of beat to it, right? It's a little bit more like even more traditional, but I can totally see where you're coming from, the folky local inspiration
and the sort of quirky, funny kind of performance.
Yes. So, yeah, similar, but definitely different. But I know where you're coming from. Let's take a look at what the audience says here. 42% love it. I think that's probably the highest love it yet that I've seen. 33% say like it, and 13% say it's okay, and 10% did not like it. Okay, that is still a pretty good outcome from what I can see here. So, I'm happy with that outcome. Are you surprised, Alexander? So you're happy to see that's one of the better performing polls so far?
I mean, I just hope everyone who likes it here will vote for it.
I know, right? They
you
can
know
vote
what I mean?
all day long if they don't vote.
Hope, it counts. Yeah, I mean, I like the polls, I like the odds, but I also say, like, when someone says like this percentage or they are fifth in the odds, like, don't read too much into that. Just vote for the songs. Like, vote for the songs you like.
Yes. And of course, what we do here, that's all we can do when we do Eurovision coverage. We overanalyze things, right? So sometimes we overanalyze things because that's kind of part of it, but it's also the fun.
So, I did think, like, there was a comment about does Armenia hurt Greece?
Does it hurt Greece, you say?
Does Armenia what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like Armenia. I don't know.
The songs, they're two very different genres, so I don't think they'll compete with each other based on that. Because Greece is certainly trying to do, portraying the contemporary modern song, right? Especially with the theme that they're going for. While Austria and Armenia is like going with the traditional folky ethnic sound. So I don't think they'll compete with each other in terms of that. Yeah. What do you think, Alexandros?
I mean, I don't think so at all. Like, if they both qualify for the grand final, I think that both can have a great result. That we know that the juries are not the same as like a few years back. They vote the songs that are more ethnic or more alternative, let's just say. So
yeah, true. Although, to be fair, even they change every year, it seems as that's one thing that's consistent is that they do not vote for ethnic songs because don't vote. That sounds loud, but they tend to overlook them more than the standard pop song, and that often has to do with also the directions that the EBU gives in their voting criteria, so that sometimes hurts them as well. So let's move on to the last rehearsal from the semis of the night, and then we move on to the direct qualifiers, because we have a bunch of TikToks out as well. And that one is Latvia. Here we go.
It's killing me slow. Try to make me just another believer. Everybody just pretending they're preachers. It's killing me slow. Yeah, I'd rather live than think my grave shallow. Instead of selling out to something so hollow.
Okay, I need to think of this through here. Daniel, what do you think, seeing this clip?
Okay, from the pictures, I really hate what he's wearing. It's just awful. So, is it supposed to be like a torso top plastic thing? I'm not feeling that. Maybe people do. I think it was a little bit bare, and I did think the whole time, even in the national final, I thought it was a bit bare. I don't think that, for example, that prop is utilized as good as, say, someone would utilize in Armenia or Switzerland. I think it's kind of like, I think he's just starting from it, and then it's just there. I don't know. It just feels a bit. And the graphics I wasn't too keen on at all. I don't know. Like, if there was jury in this semi-final, I think it would have kind of gone through. But I don't know. I'm not vibing it.
So I would say, as someone who has the song in a personal top 10 for this semi, like, I want this to go through.
Sorry.
Huh?
I'm so sorry.
No. I'm actually going to agree with you. I am, based on what I'm seeing right now, this did not win me over, and here's why. Do you see how he was standing there? Don't move or I explode. It was just like, it was really so static. And that was my issue sounds super harsh, but concern, because his stage presence isn't where it needs to be for us to be engaged in this. And yes, they put this pretty cool little ring in the back. And I know in this particular clip, he was already outside of it. I think the first half of the song is going to stay inside the ring. But energy-wise, there was not the compassion, the conviction in the song. It was more like, I'm singing this, but I'm not feeling it. And that really took me out. And everything else almost didn't matter anymore, because it just was like, oh, dirt. It's just like I didn't get engaged. So that was my biggest concern. So hopefully that will come up, because we brought more to the 100%, not like this 30%. Alexandros, how do you feel?
I'm gonna surprise you a lot.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening to me. Like, maybe because Eurovision is like 1 week away, I'm starting to like everything in every song. Or, I don't know. But like, I love, not love. Maybe love is a big word, but I liked it. Like, I didn't see anything that I didn't like. I think the 30 seconds, not minutes, are enough for the song. That's not good though, but these 30 seconds were good enough. And I like the opening shot where we see like the first scene where we see all the lights and the camera is above the stage and above the arena. That was cool. But also I have like a question about the camera this year. It seems like everyone has cinematic mode. Like the shot is too do you know what I mean? Like the shot is like Lorene's shot. It's not like open. 16
like those
like
the two black things that
Yeah.
you have in the cinema.
Oh, gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know about
it's
that.
Or, it's not like that was invented there, but yeah, I know what you're saying. All right. Let me go
it seems
ahead
like
and
every-
end the poll here real quick and see if we were too harsh, or if people kind of feel the same way. The poll says 42% say okay. So it's the okay, but I probably would have voted okay as well. Don't like it, 32. Okay, and then 17 like it, and at least 6% love it. It's better than 0% that Albania got. That's still, I can't get over that one. Overall, not.
Was Albania bad? I didn't even see it.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a little bit. But Albania was just bad. Was not even the right word. It was just what's next. You know what I mean? It was more like forgettable.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she sounded good though, but it's just like the staging wasn't working, all that stuff. So we'll talk about. Can go back in just a moment. So, but we have now. I will not put the video up yet because I'm going to do a full video for the semi too. So once the other participant from the second semi rehearse tomorrow, I will then put the video up once and get the average scores. But thank you everyone voting for those 7 songs. We can go back talking about these, but I think everyone wants to see a little bit of the TikToks that are out for the direct quality.
Yeah.
Right. So let's jump right to that. Obviously, and not obviously, in case you don't know, the UK was the first country to rehearse. I did see the 4 pictures on the website earlier, and it looked amazing.
Really good. I saw that as well. Yeah. I
Yes.
saw that.
So I hope it's not.
I haven't.
Go ahead. You have not?
I haven't seen anything.
Oh,
yet.
then hopefully, I mean, maybe the clip will suck. But let me go ahead and because you know, I don't want to have another Friends 23 moment where you just kind of like, oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be, you know. So we'll see. Mute this while because it's even more copyright stuff. Because anything, you know, like studio versions gets easily flagged. I'll wait until the actual clip starts. Those are his answers, I guess. So you see, you have this big prop in there, walls. I wonder if they're going to do like an effect.
What?
Wow, that looks really good. It looks expensive.
Wow! So just they tip and they dance. Oh, see, like it. Oh, and then they jump on.
That looks really good.
No way, Jose! Wow,
That
that
looks-
looks so good, y'all.
And
I love
expensive.
this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and how they must again. They have like what 45 seconds to pull this thing on stage. And I remember, like, I will find out during dress rehearsals how that's going to work out. But holy smokies, UK! I know they've been
Yeah.
bringing big props before, and it didn't work. Right, 21 and 23 comes in mind. But I will say this: vocally, he sounded good in there. Right, so we'll see
Yeah,
like
he
when we get
did.
the full clip. So Daniel, you liked it too?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was quite. It was. Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, to be honest, I never really sort of dug the track. I like the track, but I thought, how are they gonna? You know, this is lacking that sort of. And I think what they've done now is brought that oomph in a way from that performance. It's really edgy, really expensive, really sort of. I love the colors. I love. It's so. What's the word? Like conceptual. It's really good. That was really good. Yeah.
My only concern is, of course, because one thing it's always dangerous at Eurovision is relying too heavily on these props and then forgetting there's an audience, because you don't want to make it a music video, right? You want to give that live feel to it, but I don't think it's going to be an issue.
But I mean, like, does it matter though? Because you know, like, it's about people voting. I suppose it's about the people in the arena.
I mean, one of the things that
does,
people
yeah.
said about Benjamin Ingrosso was like, you know, you barely saw the audience. You only thought it was like, and people said like, I thought it was a music video. And one thing that they learned, for instance, even though it didn't reflect in the results, but other countries learned from it, like Armenia, Snap. Remember, she was in that room as well. But at some point, they just made sure, like, look, I am actually in the audience. So, and same thing with Leslie Roy, even though she came last in the semis. The point was they want to make sure that no, this is not like me a video. We're in the thing. So as long as they do that, I think they'll be fine. Alexandros, share your thoughts.
First of all, I'm shocked, but like, on the example that you gave, you also have to add like Greece, which did well at the end. Like they didn't show the
what year
the audience in 2021.
Oh yeah, 21.
With
you're right.
Stefania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So I think it depends on the song also. It's it's a mixture of like, do you like the song? Is the song too boring to look at somewhere, at something that it feels like a video, but it's not a video? Maybe it's a little bit of that. So you have to get the feeling of, does this song fit the video clip essence? And this matches 100% everything. I loved it. It has that High School Musical, I think, feel, where the room goes like spinning around. Yeah, is it the scene from High School Musical where the room spins and the guy goes from the wall to the other wall and then goes back down, up?
Oh,
No.
I haven't seen High School Music. I only know that we're all in this together. It's the only song I know.
Yeah, I think that there is a scene with the high school like corridor where the guy goes and the room starts spinning around, and the first thing that I thought is like, wow, they nailed it this year. I think it's even better than Spaceman, their staging.
I think so too. I mean, we have to see the whole product because and I mean, we know with Spaceman we had the vocals. We need the vocals here. I happen to love the song to bits, anyways. So the fact that Ireland, like one of the comments just showed, UK and Ireland bringing their A game with staging. What parallel universe are we in? Do you know what I mean? It's just
the right time.
I know, right? So we're off to a good start with the Big Five, and I'm going to see some of the comments. To quote Josh Dubovy, that sounds and looks good to me. It's the irony because his song did not, but yeah, no, it sounded good to me as well. I'm really, really excited. Wow.
I don't know if it's correct. Someone mentioned that the thing collapses, but I don't know where they got that information from.
I don't know. Maybe there's some. The BBC may have posted some pictures because I couldn't get all of that because I had to get ready for this live stream, and I was sleeping in a little bit today on my side because the last 6 days have been very exhausting. So I woke up again at 4 a.m. I was like, I can't.
No.
So I slept an extra hour or so. So was a little bit behind. They also tweaked the arrangement of the song. Really have a feeling the UK is going for it. And here's the thing. Even, let's just say, worst case scenario, it's not going to pan out the way they envisioned it in terms of results. Trying. All you can do is try. And hopefully it'll be enough. But at least you can see the BBC is putting...
Yeah.
No, you remember in the past, like here, big trumpets, shut up, or here, like it's bigger than us, just like nothing, just spinning in circles.
No, nothing. Yeah, now it seems that there's a concept behind it, isn't there? There wasn't that before. I think some sort of independent company took over or something. Or
yes, there were some changes in. Yes, there were some changes. So it's showing. And again, even if the results were not being reflected in this, and I think they will. Yeah, good job, UK. I am happy. But now, as a person born in Germany, I think they're next.
Oh, wow.
Right? Okay. So I saw the pictures on the... You what?
I want to see that so much. I'm excited.
I know. I saw the picture and it looks nice. It looks really nice, the picture. But we know Germany isn't necessarily the best in implementing staging well. So we'll see. But... Please, people, please don't mess this up. I'll go home crying. I'm home already. I'll just cry. All right, let's hang on. And people asking about the polls. The polls will be posted once we have the actual snippets, which is the day after tomorrow for them, I think. We didn't do that for the first one of individual rehearsals. We do the polls only after the second rehearsal. All right, here we go. On the silence, screaming for guidance. Who am I fighting for? Until we
I'm representing Germany in the Eurovision 2024, and I'm absolutely excited to go on the stage here in Malmö right now.
He's also very likable, so I'm just rooting for him. It's not a dancey song, so hopefully it's just going to be... I mean, we'll probably have to do the camera work here as well for it to make sense, because it's not a dancey song, but you can see flames. They're bringing flames. Flame alert. Oh. He has a little chair, lazy boy. Okay, Because they're live vocalist there, I think, right? Okay, I will say this.
Wow.
I wish I could have seen more of the props because they have this big thing on there, right, with the flames. So we didn't see much of that. So I wish they would have captured that, which seems to me Germany is like these holding cards close to their chest again. So I'm okay, but I wish I could have seen that part. But I do think that he sounded good, first of all, like vocally. And I'm so thrilled that they have live vocals. That's going to just enrich the sound even more, I think. So now that they have flames on there and all that stuff, I think it's going to be quite an intense performance, actually. And vocally, I'm not worried. I just didn't get all the visuals I wanted to see in this clip. So boo. But other than that, I am cautiously optimistic. That's how I'm going to phrase it. Daniel, how do you feel?
His vocals were always good. I don't think that was ever going to be a problem, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think that clip does it any justice because I don't really get any, and also sort of having him, why they chose him sitting down or why they chose those angles. Again, they haven't chosen it because it's that camera from the static camera from the bottom or something. So I think those are the cameras they use for the other TikToks, isn't it? So it's not really representative. I do have to say, I kind of wanted maybe a bit more fancier dressing. It felt a bit sort of plain, maybe. And this is Eurovision, and you kind of want to give it a bit more, maybe. But yeah, I don't want to sort of judge it too much because I didn't really get an idea for, But I do actually don't dislike the song, so it kind of grew on me as well, in that kind of radio-friendly kind of manner. So yeah.
Okay. That's good. Alexandros, what do you think?
I mean, I love the song. For me, it's the best entry from Germany that we've had in a long time. And I'm very intrigued about the staging. I really like the thing that was on fire. Was it a building or a house or something?
No, it was
like
just
that?
like
I
almost
don't
like a
know.
campfire, like what you see in a house, like that little box and had like flames in them. I think, yeah.
See, I didn't get that at all. I didn't know what I was getting.
When you see the pictures, I saw the pictures on social media.
Okay,
It'll tell you that more. You didn't see that here. That's why I said we didn't get to see the visuals here. What you will see. So check out social media, and maybe I can do that.
I'm actually on they're on the Eurovision website on the photo section.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks impressive, actually. Okay.
Yeah, see what I mean? Look at it. It looks really good. We just didn't get to see it in the clip. That's why I was like, I wanted to see that.
But again, that's just from that weird camera angle that they've done all the videos.
Exactly.
It's a bit unfair to judge it. So.
Have you seen the pictures, Alexandros, at all?
Yeah, there's fire. Wow.
I'm trying to find.
It's okay. I'll show them a few on the picture right now, on the screen right now. Right here. See?
Oh.
See what I mean? There's a lot of fire going on. Lots of it looks really cool, but we didn't get to see any of this. So that's why I was a little look. So it's one of those.
That's really nice.
Performances you need to see it on camera because this is very much also camera work.
And I hope they don't do. I hope it's a bit more static with him because the song needs a bit more. Doesn't need these like zooming cameras, does it?
No, I don't think so either. Maybe some spinning through the fires and all that stuff, right? Zooms, but not like too much. I think he's going to sit in the chair and then gets up at some point and walk to the front. So a little movement, but not like too aggressive. So that's why I was like, look, there's some really cool shots. And we didn't get to see that in the clip, unfortunately. That's why I'm like, okay, let's wait, But I do like the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I do have to say, when we were talking about German entries, I love the 2022 that never happened. I love that that entry for the Germany. That was my favorite.
Which one? 2020, you said?
Yeah, they never went.
I know, right?
That was such a good song. I thought, oh wow, that was something, and then it just kind of. And of course, 2018.
Yeah.
Vendolic, yeah.
The main cube is down, so it looks like a ceiling. I think they're gonna make it like a room. The ceiling, and he's sitting in a chair. There's a fire. Well, there's a burning. barrel there, but you know, the idea concept is like some kind of enclosed space. So yeah, so that's why I'm saying we need the camera shots. So let me go ahead.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Which one was your favorite in the national final for Germany, Matt?
I didn't listen to them. I only listened to the German one.
Okay. Okay.
That's not true. I played.
There was a couple really good ones.
Everyone wanted to see win because it was Rick, right? What's the name? And I was a huge Rick fan when he first took part in the national final a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I don't know how many, 2-3 years ago. And people were like, you're going to be so upset that, you know, he, the favorite, that would have been your favorite. And I listened to it. I'm like, I actually like the winning song better, Isaak. I felt like Rick's song was a little less amazing as his effort a few years ago. So I was actually between those two songs. I didn't listen to anything else. Those two songs, I would have picked Isaak, actually.
There was another one from a girl called Bodine. I thought that was my favorite one, I think.
Oh, yeah?
That was cool. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, and I really like Rick, but I feel like there was... Rick's thing is about being like almost like, you know, it was almost too cold for me to get into it the way it was presented.
Yeah.
That's like I feel like a little bit of engagement and emotions there, but that was just me on that one. You know, I only listened to it once, so it didn't quite click with me as much as I wanted to. There's so many comments here. I'm trying to bring them up here. I think that Germany is gonna be take me to church moment. People come. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, so that's exactly how I. Maybe that's why I live in America, you know, so maybe that's why I'm partial to what's that one. I'm not trying to get my hopes up. As always, On the Run is my winner this year. Wow. But can we call top 25 a lock at this point? So, Daniel Alexandros, do you think Germany is still playing with the potential last place thing here?
I don't know. There is something a bit James Newman about it. I'm not going to lie.
Except one can sing, the other one was not vocally.
No, but like the one more like his song in 2020, he didn't get. Yeah, exactly. But I'm optimistic that no. I'm optimistic no. So
I would be shocked. I just feel as putting even the televote side, the juries alone will give them a good amount of points. So I don't think the juries will even allow this one to come last, even if it comes last with the televoters. What do you think, Alexandros?
I mean, if we're talking about only about the song itself is very good. His vocals are great. He's a great singer. The staging now, it's intriguing. We haven't seen the official clip, but I don't think that it will go to the bottom 5. Germany doesn't deserve to be in the bottom 5.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it came last. That's just I think I said it on Twitter actually earlier. I think it's more likely for Germany to be left side of the scoreboard than last, because I do think there is a whole lot more appeal to the song than people think. It has very radio friendly. It has been played in several radio stations in like Netherlands and Belgium. So we shall see. We shall see. But let's move on to Sweden. I'm curious. I mean, we kind of think they usually keep the staging pretty similar to the national final. Let's see what we see right here based on the poll. The TikTok clip.
She's unforgettable. Whoa, she's unforgettable.
Dun, 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 dun. Going first in the grand final certainly helped hurt their odds.
It's showtime. Yeah, we're going to perform for the first time in
So something like that the last time I checked.
for Eurovision, and we're like 2 little boys excited for Christmas. And yeah,
My dog's licking my foot. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. We got this wall. Oh, look at the cues, God. It's really powerful, those effects on there. All right, Alessandros, what do you think? Impression on this one? I think he's gone. Daniel, why don't you go ahead?
I'm actually a bit partial to this song. I kind of like it.
That's okay. We all have our bias.
Yeah. I do think it looks very similar to the one they have in Sweden, which I liked, but I did think it was a bit too busy, the Melody Festival one, and that is giving me, oh, how cute. This is very cute. Your dog.
Oh yeah, he needs some attention. Sorry, I've been
The-
ignoring him too much.
It's giving me, it's maybe a little bit busy, and I was hoping like for Eurovision they might be doing that to kind of streamline it a bit. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's elements of the song I really, really like, and although sometimes it might be a little bit repetitive at the end, but more or less, yeah, yeah, it's very sleek. But it just needs to be, for me, it needs to be a bit streamlined, and it looks like they're going exactly for the same performance as the Melody Festival, and
yeah. How do you feel, Alexandros?
I mean, let's start off by saying that it's only deserving that Sweden opens the final. Like every country now, it will be like, oh, thank God.
I dodged that bullet, huh?
Well, there could be a seat second place.
Yeah, that's why Albania. Oh wait, they're not going to qualify, probably. So.
Yeah.
But
I
that
mean,
makes you think that it's going to be a slow song, isn't it? Number 2, if they're opening it. Or...
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, though, Alexandros? Go ahead.
For me, it's not clicking. The staging, though, is amazing. I cannot say that the staging does not look very cool, very modern, very. It looks It looks awesome. The stage looks awesome, but I'm still mad that Jacqueline didn't won the Melody Festival, and I'm calling the police. So.
All right, you do that. I didn't watch Melody Festival this year, so I cannot speak to any of the. I listened to the second placer, and that's it. So here's the thing. I mean, based on what we're seeing, it's going to be pretty close to what we saw probably in the national final. Just a little bit different, some colors different. I struggled with the national final performance. It was too flashy. It gave me seizures almost kind of thing, and very distracting. I couldn't even look at it. I did not enjoy the visuals at all. So, and it was too much. It gave me a little bit almost like Benjamin Ingrosso's lights went berserk and rogue and just go blah, 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 flash all over. So I personally did not like the national final performance. So I don't think I will like this one either. However, people clearly liked it because it won. So if they rinse and repeat it, then I think they're on the right track. It's just I'm probably not the right audience for it. The song is a little bit on the whatever side for me. It's actually ironically not it's forgettable to me actually. So that's one of the least exciting songs that I've seen from Poland in a while, and the staging necessarily isn't my liking either. So I don't think that this will win me over. But I want to see some people in the chat as well. Let me bring up some comments here, what they're saying. Cute puppy, is that a Russell Terrier? No, it's not. That was a Sweden comment. It's a Cavalier King Charles. So I was funny because I love those Jack Russells, but they're a little barky, so that's why we decided on a Cavalier. Every host country should open the final. Diego is saying that would be interesting, huh? That but then then you had basically there will never be a back-to-back win ever again, I guess, because it's virtually impossible to win out of.
Can I just add something that for something that you said previously? Maybe Sweden, because you've said they liked it, so they voted for it, but maybe they voted for it because they don't want to win again. So
I don't know. One thing I don't like about Melfest, it always seems very, when I say contrived, I mean very focused, they do whatever they can with the running order, with a lot of stuff to make sure the person that wins was supposed to win wins. That's why I see oftentimes the song that performs last in the fourth semi wins, or one of the, you can tell which songs they want to see win. So, and they push it that way. And then that's why they have the televote still going on after the jury vote. So when they see, the jury's already voted for this one, may as well just stick with it, So there's a lot of factors that come into play. So I don't think that Swedes, they want to win every year, so they don't care about the money, The producers probably don't want the people in charge, but the people that vote, they won the they won the jury vote, so I don't think necessarily that make a difference here.
Just an interesting fact, I think
Yes.
Sweden's one of the only countries that ever won. I think sometime in the 80s or 90s, they won from first place performance.
Yes, that was in 1984, Digalow Digalay. That was also the last time that happened. Keep in mind, when I say you cannot win out of first position, it's because of the televote. Jury vote to a lesser extent.
That was
Because,
jury vote completely.
Yes, that was only jury vote back then. And that was the last time. It only happened 3 times, 95, 75, 76, and 84, I believe.
In 2024.
In 2024, now add that too.
I don't think so.
All right. Let's all move on to France. I saw the picture. I not look very boy bandy, but I was here for it.
Okay.
I mean the outfit with the wind machine, all that stuff. Here we go. It's because France is so strict with copyright. So sorry, I would love to listen to you talk because he's a very nice dude. But blame your label. So shake hands and blow me away. Oh, he's going to be very. See what I mean? Wait, the music stopped. You sing a cappella? Okay, well, we have our G winner here. Jesus. No, a lot of people will not like it. They think it's over the top, but people who hear it for the first time, they will have not heard the studio version, right? They only hear that very passionate, extremely vocally impressive performance. Wow. I got goosebumps right now. I didn't know that they were going to switch it up and have like this a cappella portion of it. So I love it. I love it.
I'm so shocked. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Alexandros, what do you think?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I love the song. I'm so intrigued by this. I don't know how they did that they stopped the music twice. Like was it the end? Like,
I don't know. I'm not sure if it was the same part and they just cut it weirdly. I'm not sure. I think it's probably like closer to the end. Probably like the last chorus kind of. No, it must be right before because he does the same chorus twice. I don't know for sure, but it's closer to the end. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I'm very intrigued by that, and I'm blown away for sure. Like France, wow.
Okay, so how about you, Daniel?
I thought it was really good. To be honest, like I've always kind of been partial to the song, and I was worried about it because I thought, oh well, they released it so early. So as ballads were coming in, I thought someone will overtake it. But it's never been overtaken. I was a bit like, oh, I like this, but not as good as France. I've always thought that, and
yeah,
I like the way he looks. He looks really sexy. Like I like the way he's sort of like, he's really selling it to me, and I like it's very simple, like the staging. It looks like it's going to be simple, but quite effective. And his voice and him, he's able to fill it all up easily, you know. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Yeah, and I like the styling was really good. I thought actually he looked really hot in it. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Could France be a surprise win? So I said this before. France has the potential to become. I think at this point, France will be in the top 2 of the jury vote. So, and now I could see them actually winning it. And if they perform well, surprisingly better with the televote than a lot of people expect, because a lot of Eurovision fans are tired of these kind of songs. They don't like it as much. But there is no denying that there is a market out there, a big market for music like that out there. I could see France sneaking into the top 4 or 3 of the televote as well. And then depending how much the juries and televoters disagree, France could pull a Duncan Lawrence, coming second, third somewhere. So France absolutely in contention for me. You agree, Alexandros?
Yeah, and I saw now a comment from a movie man who said that says, "Haven't you listened to the pre-party's performance? He sang a cappella there too."
I don't watch
I
that.
don't listen. Yeah, I don't watch the pre-party performances because there are always issues with the microphone, with the sound, and I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be. I don't want to hear something like that. It's bad, and then I hear the song in the Eurovision, and then I'm saying like, "Oh, I just heard him sing there, and he's not good, so now I don't like the song." I just want to see the official thing, and yeah, only that.
Sarah San saying he's basically the only male ballad in the finale. Dawn's from Latvia. It's like, what am I, chopped liver? Well, the way it's going right now, it may be the case, but yeah. I get what you're saying. But there could be Latvia. Is there another male ballad in the running at all besides Latvia and France? I don't think so, right? We don't really have any
Ballad?
male ballads performed by a male singer. I don't think so.
No.
No. So yeah, certainly he has a little bit of a carve out there just from that alone. France is very underrated by the what?
Germany. No,
That's mid tempo.
Oh yeah, Germany.
That's mid tempo. That's not
Okay.
really a ballad. I would call it mid
okay.
tempo. I thought you said Finland at first. I'm like, no.
No.
France is very underrated by the fandom. If it comes across emotional, a lot of locals will vote for it. It could
Yeah,
take
and
a
also
first place with the juries and the third one. That's kind of what I said before as well. Yeah. Go ahead.
I do think there's also something quite pop about it as well. Like you'd hear it in a McDonald's or something, as like or like a coffee shop. Like something very kind of accessible. Which that's why it makes me think like, oh, actually, the public might vote for something like that, because if it touches you, then you will vote for it.
And it has a moment. You know what I mean? Like people will talk about it. So, and that is exactly what you need. To rehearse, or do we have? Wait, that's the last one, right? Italy.
Italy and
Spain, one of my favorites.
Spain.
It's just like so much. It's a lot going on. I didn't have the list in front of me right now. So we can go back to some of the other performances in a minute, but I do see that. Okay, I gotta put Gaston on. Do you want to get down? Say goodbye, Gaston. Bye.
Can I just say something that
he wants us to go in bed and cuddle. All right, let's go.
I just saw right now that Sweden revealed that Johnny Logan will be in the first semifinal as an interval act.
Is that the news
that makes me happy.
Is that the news that they were talking about? Is that the news that they said they were going to do some news or something? Remember yesterday? No.
I don't know about that actually, no. But that's good news in my book. I love when they bring Eurovision legends back. And Johnny Logan certainly is one. So that's cool. All right, let's listen to Italy, another country that's very strict with the copyright. So, oops, I scrolled by accident. So I'm gonna pause this until she starts rehearsing. Oh, the outfits are quite striking. Oh, she gets a throne. We're getting a throne alert.
Yes, queen.
She is a queen, so she better deliver.
Serving.
Oh, she's so good. We get the fireworks rain. Wow. Okay. I just like the vibe of it. We do have to see the whole thing, but what I saw right now, I like the outfits. I love her energy. And initially, I was like, "Don't bring dancers." I liked her stage presence, that she doesn't need it. But from what I've seen right now, it seems like they're doing a good job keeping her really like the star of the show, and they're just kind of doing the thing in the back. I really like what I saw right now. I got a little bit of goosebumps. So, y'all, the Big Five are bringing it. The Big Five are bringing it.
What universe are we?
I know, parallel. Very, very parallel. Sorry. I mean, you might be disagreeing, but Daniel, what do you think?
Well, that's worrying because that means like they'll be winning all these big fights. Will be winning all the time, right? Maybe
Yeah.
if that continues. Yeah.
I mean, I want them to do badly because I've been to Italy more than any other country in Europe, so I don't want to go back just yet. Give me like 2 or 3 years. Now, but if it's the best song, then
I always thought Italy had potential of winning. I always thought that from the moment I heard it. She looked amazing. And also, have you noticed that her top does the same thing as Aiko's, but she's doing it a bit better?
Yes,
the breast
yes,
thing.
it has the
Yeah.
Aiko idea, but not as distracting. It's
Yeah.
more like, wow, that's cool. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's more like, huh, versus, huh. You know,
Yeah.
so.
It matches her the kind of the print on the dances. That was really good. It's very conceptual. That I mean, that was, and I didn't have any doubt that it would be. Yeah, and her vocal just sounded amazing. I mean, obviously, it was already ready made, brought on stage, and all they had to do was just add extras to it. That's what it felt like from the Sanremo performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alexander, did you like it, or you were like, meh?
I mean, that's easily my favorite song from this year's Eurovision. Since I saw it in Sanremo, because I've watched it, this is like the second time that I'm watching Sanremo, and I tried because there are 30 songs, and I was like sleepy at half, at 15 songs. I was like, yeah, but like the greatness of this song is all about Angelina. She's a fantastic performer. She's so charismatic. The song is very Mediterranean, very Italian, very fresh, very refreshing. We have the first female representative from Italy since, I don't know,
2016.
2014. 16.
Yeah.
So
well, we had a
20
female guitar player in 21, bass player, you know, so, but it's not the lead singer, yeah.
Yeah, but it
That was a
was not
tragic
the main thing. Yeah.
I know.
So I really want to see her win, and this clip seems very good, a very good start.
Yeah, it's funny, like when we watch now these clips so far, that Sweden is the one that kind of fades to me in the background. That's a strong statement for the big five to be like, we spend all of this money, we better also perform and do well, you know, keep the money to ourselves here. Could we see 21 all over again with Italy, France, Switzerland, Ukraine in the top 5? Oh my god, Italy could be, France could be, Switzerland could be, Ukraine could be, or is anyone disagreeing? You think not all of these will be in the top 5?
Me or
Malta won't be joining. No, Malta. Who was in the top? It was Italy, France,
Croatia.
No, I mean in 21. Who was? Iceland. Well, Iceland's not going to be in the top 5 this year. So, yeah. So you think Iceland is being replaced by Croatia potentially? Is that like a reasonable top 5 or like top 4, 5? Looking at this, Daniel.
It's missing a country. I mean, maybe even the United Kingdom now or something. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, although there's always,
Really?
you know, like these are not all the favorites will end up on top. Usually, there must be one that underperforms.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so
There's always a few. Yeah.
because you
I
know
just-
the
I
jury's
don't
not
know.
everyone in the top 3. You know, somebody will be in 6th or 7th place. You know, and then you only get 7th or 8th and 10th with the televoters, and then you're a little bit further down. So we shall see. I'm just hoping for a surprise winner, anyways, one that no one saw coming. You know, I love that kind of surprise. But
Yeah.
I would love it like some things like really do really well that no one really cared for, nothing. You know what I mean? I would love that. Or I just like these, and the fandom goes crazy and really upset. I love that.
Matt, you said that you wanted a surprise. Do you want Sweden to win again?
okay, I didn't say that. No, I don't. See, I don't even care about the songs. I'm like, I don't want a Nordic country to win because no one can afford it. And that's why I want Nemo to fall off the stage as well so that we don't have to go to Switzerland. That's too expensive as well. So who else I don't want to win? Who else is expensive? The Nordic and Switzerland. You know, the rest is a little bit more within my, you know, budget.
I mean, a sandwich in Switzerland, I heard it's like 40 euros. Like,
what kind of sandwich? At least come with fries?
no, it's like a simple cheese and ham like thing. It's like 40 or something like that. I heard it somewhere and I was like, what?
No, I mean, of course,
I
we're
think-
kidding. Whoever has the best song should win. You know, it's just, it is
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like, oh my God.
But this
So,
is one thing I
somebody
do.
says, go ahead.
I do like the idea of Croatia winning in a way. I mean, even though they did technically host it, but as Yugoslavia, but I think of Croatia doing it, it's just something, I don't know. And also, it might encourage all these other like Eastern Bloc countries to come back. You know, I feel that
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of them want to come back. They just can't afford
it's too
it. You know?
expensive. Yeah.
It's too expensive. Like, there was this interview that Martin Osterdahl actually did just a few days ago talking about it. That's why we have these sponsorships and all of that going on. And it's just getting more and more expensive as bigger, the more and more elaborate Eurovision becomes. So a case can be made, should we scale back a little? You know, maybe bigger isn't always better, because at this point, we're already down to 37 countries. So it's already the lowest number we've ever had since we had 2 semis. We cannot go down another country. You know, it only can go up. But that's a definitely conversation we can have. When somebody said Spain is out, I mean the pictures, not the TikTok. So I think I'm going to bring that up real quick here, so we can at least look at that in case the TikTok takes a while. So here it's share. Here we go. Oh, shirtless dancers, y'all! Shirtless dancers alert.
Or are they also bumless? Not bumless.
Bumless? Like, I'm sure they have a bum. Otherwise, I would see a doctor.
What's the word? The word that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
I don't think you can do that Eurovision, right? Unless it's like a thong or something like that. Oh, look at that stage. That's a cool shot.
Yeah.
With those butts there. Yeah. Oh, look what they're wearing. Okay. I see what you're
It
saying.
sounds
It's
like
like a
Spain. Yeah.
corset there. Yeah. Oh, they're going to strip as well, the dancers, at some point. TikTok out too, somebody said. I just refreshed. I didn't see it. I'm going to go to TikTok as well. Let me finish the picture. So it's the keyhole effect there. This seems so 70s softcore porn look like to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do really want it to do well, because I really like this song.
Okay, well, hopefully that. I mean, no pressure, Spain, but the other 4 big fives, at least from staging, I think they're delivering.
Yeah.
So don't be the one. Don't be that one. Okay, they have off a plinth right there, or some kind of pedestal. Oh, this is a cool look too.
Yeah.
That looks so nice. I'm always worried about her vocals because it's very soft, you know. But we'll see how it's gonna come across. So those are the pictures. And now let me stop sharing, reshare the TikToks that are allegedly up there. I don't see it. Let me refresh. No, I only see Italy. Is it somewhere else on social media? Did they release it, the broadcaster? Let me go to the Twitter machine. Hang on 1 second. It's not on the official TikTok. Eurovision. Let me take a look here. No, I don't see the TikTok. Oh, it was posted elsewhere then. Okay, it's probably the broadcaster. I went to Twitter. Okay, let's do this. Let me. Oh, did he say he'll be right back?
I think so.
Okay, I didn't hear it, but it's fine. I'll wait. Oh, there he is. All right, I found this clip. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm going to wait for this as well. Oh, they're going to start inside the cube. That hasn't done before. I love the reveal. Okay, bums, you were right. Bum alert. Bum alert. The backdrop, the fire. Clearly, it's more just because some of my favorite backdrops that we saw in the pictures we didn't see here. But I got to go to you, Daniel, because you said you're quite partial towards that song. What's your first
I
impression?
love it. I just really like the vibe. I also really like it. Even with her singing style, it's very unique and it's very much her. And I don't know, there's something about it that I sort of instantly. And also, it's got this sort of 70s kind of disco sort of vibe to it, which it kind of really fits. And I like the performance. And I do think, the guys showing their bum, there's something quite sort of tongue-in-cheek about it, and I do think it might kind of get some public votes for it, just for the humor of it, obviously. And yeah, there's just something about the song that I find very appealing. I really like, and I'm guessing it sort of fills me with joy, I guess, the song, and I'm feeling that is, I don't know what she's singing about, but very empowering. An older woman, sort of, there's something about it that I just I kind of like. The performance seems like kind of like an elevated from the national final, because that cube thing wasn't there before, was it? She just had, but they kept the sort of clubby armchairs, or like what would those chairs be from some sort of cabaret kind of
Yeah,
vibe?
it has what's the word I'm looking for? Dita Van Tees, she is doing
yeah.
What's the word? The style of burlesque. Burlesque is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, burlesque. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. So so somebody pointed out, there's the backup vocals are pretty loud, which it has to be, because she's like, her voice is soft, and if that's what the music video sounds like. So I think that's very smart. I would, they have to bring backup vocalists. If you sing the main melody, you have to have live vocals. Alexandros, what do you think?
I mean, I will only say that, and only that. Ya sé que soy solo una Zorra. I love it. I just love the song. I love the vibe. I love the lyrics. I love it so much.
Zorra.
Zorra, yeah. It's a great vibe. I think Spain understood that this is a contest, but it's also a fun contest. It's not, everything should not be taken seriously, but it also has the message there. It's not a completely fun and joke entry, let's just say, because it has a message, and it's very serious. I don't know if everyone will get it, because the lyrics are in Spanish. I hope everyone will get it. I hope they have more lyrics on the screen, and more translated lyrics on the screen, or in the screen that we see on the television part, not only on the LED behind her. But I love it. I love it.
Okay, it's very interesting, because both of you seem to like the song. Like, to me, the song, I didn't click with it as much. It's, to me, a little like, it seems very, I was like, it's more, this is a Eurovision bubble friendly song, but I don't know if non-Spanish fans and those who are within this Eurovision universe will get this song. And I'm still a little bit concerned about that aspect as well, because it is its own genre. And to be fair, we haven't really seen it at Eurovision yet, so I could be wrong, and the televoters may go crazy with it. I'm very worried about the juries more than anything, right? I'm really worried about the juries here. But from what I'm seeing right now, just the staging, they thought of something. So no matter the outcome, all of the big five seem like they're doing something. They're bringing their A game. And I am here for it, because that wasn't always the case. I've talked about it before. Could you guys see a universe where none of the direct qualifiers come last, and we'll have a semi-finalist for the first time in over 10 years come last in the grand final? Could you see all big fives escaping last place this year? Alexandros, do you think this could be the year? We've been talking about it for years, and it never happens. But could it be the year?
I mean, since we're having, this year is a very strange year for me, I think, because a lot of the songs are, I think, crazy. Like, that's in a good way, of course. But like, I feel like it's the most unique Eurovision that we've had in a long time. And I think maybe it will be the first time that we will have a semi-finalist that will draw the last place. But maybe it will be a miss by one spot. Like, maybe someone from the big five will be second to last. But I don't think last.
Yeah. And people are saying, like, I skipped Spain. That was I didn't realize that Spain was before Italy. I totally skipped them. Yeah, I totally didn't see that TikTok. That's why I didn't see it on TikTok, because the last one is Italy, not Spain. So I technically didn't go in order. So my bad. But hey, I'm trying. There's a lot going on. I was not like intentional. I'm like skipping Spain because
Yeah.
no, it was just an oversight on my part. So yeah, I mean, if I had to think of one, the only one I'm worried about is potentially Spain, only because based on the fact that people may not get it, because it is a little different. But other than that, I could see this being the year where some people on Twitter said, it could be like Luxembourg qualifying, but then the song is just too generic. The girl bop, since the girl bop that's going to lose out and comes last, or something like that. I could see a universe that this could be the case, but we don't know yet who's going to make it and all of that stuff in the running order, of course. Daniel, what do you think? Could this happen that all the big fives escape last place?
Well, let's think about it. Italy, certainly not. France, probably not either.
No.
And what's the other
Germany is the
country?
other one that people were thinking, but I just don't see it happening. But that's because of juries.
What country? Yeah. So I suppose Spain is the obvious one. I mean, do you think Sweden? Probably not. I don't know.
Sweden will get enough votes, at least from like the Nordic countries, to escape last place. And we have the juries. The juries will give this a lot of points. I still have Sweden in the top 10.
So I'm thinking like maybe Spain, Germany, Sweden, and then France, Italy, the top, something like that. If it was to happen.
Personally, I am convinced, sounds like harsh, but I believe that Spain will flop with the juries. It's just, I just don't see a universe where they get a lot of points from the juries, and they need some televote support to make up for it. If it falls flat with the televoters, that's why I could see Spain potentially coming last. But it may go big. It may go big. So that's the question.
It has that chance. It has that.
It's a wild card a little bit for me. What do you think, Alexandros?
I mean, I want to get that. Like, I want to understand that, but at the same time, like last year, Spain sent a very, I don't want to say like a good song, because I like both of the songs, like this year and last year's. But like last year, they sent a very sophisticated, let's say, song that it was and it was very artistic, very alternative, and for me it's like one of the top 5 Spanish songs throughout the years, but like it flopped with the juries, so maybe it flopped with a televote, but with the juries, so maybe this year it will be the opposite, but also I don't know, because the juries are also changing every year, because they had like Finland in 5th place and the televote had them in the first or second.
First. Televote gave a landslide win to Finland last year.
Exactly.
So outraged,
So I think like maybe the televoters will have them way higher, like Norway last year also. They was Alessandra. Yeah,
she came 3rd in the televote.
Yeah, I don't think that high, but I think it can be in the top 15. Let's just say that.
It could, It's just, I think out of all of it, if you ask me, like, I think it's the biggest wild card what Spain can do. So I'm not saying I cannot see a universe where they're going to do well with the televote. I just think there is the potential to also people not getting it. So we'll have to wait and see. So someone's asking, do you guys now have one favorite? So not necessarily your personal favorite, but look at the first part, the second semifinal, the 8 countries or 9 countries that rehearsed today, not the big 5. Who impressed you personally the most? Is there one that stands out to you, Alexandros or Daniel? I'm looking at the list right now here real quick, and I think the most pleasant surprise me personally is Armenia. I think it's just, I love the feel, I love the vibe. I think this gonna look so great when it all comes together and the energy is there. So I think if I had to pick one, it would be Armenia. How about you?
For today?
Yeah, just the semifinals. Yeah, from Malta to Latvia, the 9 that rehearsed today. Who was the most pleasant surprise for you? Nobody? Alexander, do you have a favorite?
No, I thought Daniel was talking.
Oh, sorry. I thought Alex. Sorry.
Alexander,
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, no, go ahead, Daniel. Sorry, I'm just switching back.
No. Whoever. I'm cool. I think I've decided anyway. I was going to say sort of, you go. Sorry.
Go ahead,
I will say Denmark, just right off the bat. I think I didn't like that much their staging at first in their national. I know it's the same; it doesn't change a lot, but like I love the different, like Sweden stage this year production wise, it's amazing. So I have to give them that. But I also like the component of sand, which is cheesy, but I like it.
Okay, no, you're allowed to like what you want, whether it's considered cheesy or not. I like plenty of cheesy songs. Okay, everyone in the chat, also just one country. Name which one from the 9 countries that rehearsed today in the second semi, which one pleasantly surprised you the most? Go ahead, Daniel. What is yours?
I'm going to say Greece, just because I think it looked really good. And I thought it had the best camera angle. And I know there's probably issues with the sound, but I only managed to see it once. But I was immediately really like impressed, and I was like, oh wow! And I liked her, like her vibe in it, and
Okay.
she looked great. And those dancers at the back, it just looked really. Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, so we have 3 answers: Armenia, Denmark, and Greece. So let's see what some of the people in the chat said. So first one says Greece. Someone says Czechia was surprised. That's a good one as well. You know, that a lot of people were like pleasantly surprised at how good it sounded and looked. So I'm happy for Czechia that they're taking Eurovision seriously, because it wasn't always the case. Armenia for me, Armenia, Malta, Denmark was the only one that gave me goosebumps. So, you know, UK doesn't count because that's the big 5. Czechia, Switzerland, Armenia, Greece, Armenia, Greece, Armenia. It's like Armenia, Greece, Armenia, Greece, Armenia, Greece. And then some Czechia sprinkled in there. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing all of that. So let's move on to the direct qualifiers. So UK,
what about you, Matt? What about you?
I said
Matt?
Armenia. I said Armenia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So between now the UK, Germany, Sweden, France, Italy, Spain. I'm skipping Spain again. Spain and Italy. Which one was the biggest pleasant surprise? I'm torn between 2 right now. So I'll let you guys go first. Alexandros, who was the biggest pleasant surprise out of the 6 that are direct qualifiers?
So we have to only say one?
Yes, only one. If you select only one.
Oh my God.
I know, it's tough. They were all really good today, so I didn't want to do it.
I will have to say I will betray my Italian whole thing, but I have to say the UK.
UK really did it for you. That's fair. Yeah. Daniel, which one are you going to pick?
I was going to say, I mean, as much as I love the other songs, if we're going to go by what surprised me and what I thought elevated, was the UK. Yeah.
Well, I am going to just say something different, and I am kidding. It's UK for me as well.
Yeah.
It is just, I mean, come on, chat. I want to see what you guys are saying. Only the direct qualifiers. But don't get me wrong, France blew me away as well. Germany has a lot of potential, and so does Italy and Spain. So it was just a really good night. You know, hopefully they're not going to let us down. It's the UK, easy, UK, France, the UK, France. So it's like UK and a little bit of France sprinkled in there. And so yeah, that is basically kind of, I could agree with that. It's just UK really just give us something visually that is so stunning.
It's a show, isn't it? It's a show.
It is. I am so happy about that. So tomorrow, by the way, y'all, we're only going to have a smaller group of countries rehearsing. That means San Marino, Georgia, Belgium, Estonia, Israel, Norway, and the Netherlands. They're going to have their second rehearsal, and they're going to be quicker and shorter, so it's not going to take as long to wait for the results. So out of those countries, now that you've seen like the first TikToks and all, and you have a little bit of an inkling what's going to happen, which one do you really want to see? Let me take a look at the list as well. So I'm gonna there are 2, but I only get to pick 1. So anyone has an answer already? I want to see 2 really badly, but I only get to pick 1.
I want to see the list first because I don't know which countries are tomorrow.
Tomorrow, San Marino, Georgia, Belgium, Estonia, Israel, Norway, and the Netherlands are rehearsing tomorrow. So I can tell you that I'm going to get to pick 1, but I really want to see it now, Norway, only because that TikTok clip blew me away, and I want to see the whole her living in the water thing there. It just, and the guitar being thrown into the air, the energy of the song is just ridiculous. So I will say Norway. I hope one of you will pick the other one I want to see. So if I had to choose. So Daniel, have you picked one?
Oh, I was going to say Norway, but it does look very similar to the staging at the final. Norway or the Netherlands, or
Pick
I'll go
one.
with Norway.
You go with Norway. Okay, Alexandros.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to pick?
I have to say Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is because it's the thing that I've said in the first rehearsal that we talked about it. Like at first I didn't like the song, then I liked it, then I saw the performance, I heard like the vocals. I did the mistake, and that's what I said before. I should never see a performance before Eurovision, and I didn't like the vocals. And then I saw the rehearsal, and I was confused. And now I'm not sure. I want to see. I want to see so I can finally have a say if I like it or I don't like it. So yeah.
So let's take just real quick because things are going to change throughout the day and days. I just wanted to see the betting odds real quick here. As you can see, Croatia, as we talked before, is back at number 1 with 24% winning chance. Of course, it's just perception. That doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. So Switzerland's after rehearsal dropped a little bit. Ukraine is on the way up quite a bit. Even though Italy dropped, they just rehearsed, so I would, give time. Netherlands dropped quite a bit. People were a little bit underwhelmed by what they saw, apparently. I'm like, come on, it's a clip. I mean, I never considered Netherlands to be a winner to begin with, but the others now kind of making a drop. France, I see a lot of, needs to wait as well to see if that's going to change at 4%. I see a bunch of green right now, those that are open. Israel has been in 7th for quite a while, but Ireland slowly creeping up now in 8th place, passing Greece. Greece dropping to 9th, and the UK entering the top 10. I know, but that's the thing with when you have performances like the one we mentioned, Alexandros, it's not in those clips, doesn't give you much, right? So people are like, okay, this is not what I thought was going to be. So that's why I was not put money down at this point, but that's just my opinion.
And maybe it's a good thing that we don't have. That's what I was like talking about with some other people about Eurovision, like the thing about the rehearsals being closed. I think it's a good thing. I know it takes a lot of us. Like we don't have a lot to say. We don't have the materials, everything to show and to have like exclusives and stuff like that. But other than that, it's a work from the artists, and you see it right now. Like with I'm gonna take Greece just to do the example, but like we haven't seen much, and it's already like falling off of like a place where it's imaginary. So I think it's a good thing that they have it more close now, and we can be more focused on seeing the final thing and then decide like if we like it or not.
I actually think it's going to hurt them more in the end because there is zero context now. At least before you had context for the whole performance. Now you can only get that snippet. And as you can see, it has a major impact on the betting odds thing as well. So from that perspective, I think it's going to have a bigger impact because they see the Netherlands, like there's not much going on. And it dropped to 5th place already in the betting odds and probably going to drop even more. So you can have the same kind of approach with that as well. You know less. People will put money down now anyways to lock in their whatever rate they get and all of that stuff. So not having all the information available, especially but that's the American side comes out in me. I'm like, you're paying taxes for these things. Your taxes go into these performances, so you should have a right to see it. But that is just me, So that's one of the things that
So what's happening over the next few days in terms of tomorrow is a small day, is that right?
Yeah, so I can give
Saturday-
it. That's a fantastic question, Daniel. Let me tell you, and everyone else as well. So tomorrow is the second rehearsal for the remaining semi-2 finalists. So from San Marino all the way to the Netherlands. So what we saw today, the first half of the day, they'll do that tomorrow. And then all the semi-finalists are done rehearsing individually. So that's done. Then today is Thursday, that's Friday, right? So Saturday is when the big 5 will rehearse for the second time. And then we'll get all of the camera work on Saturday from the Big Five. So they have a day off tomorrow and they'll rehearse again on Saturday, and we'll get all the camera work from them as well. And then all the semis and all the direct semifinalists, that sounded wrong, and as well as the direct qualifiers, they are all done. And then Sunday, closed. So the press center is closed. There are no rehearsals from the artists. There will be rehearsals, probably like opening act, interval act, behind the scenes stuff that we don't know about, but nothing that we can report on or talk about, because Sunday is also the turquoise carpet. So you can watch that, the live stream. Of course, here ESC United will be live as well during the week because we have so much to talk about. But in terms of rehearsals, there's nothing going on, only the turquoise carpet. And then Monday afternoon, I think 3 p.m., that's when the first dress rehearsal for the first semi begins. And that is closed to the public. It's only press can watch it either online or in the arena. And that's the first time you can see the whole run through with opening act, interval acts, fake voting, and all of that stuff. So we always love the fake qualifiers. That's like the most important thing at ESC United. So we're always super excited about that. And then in the evening, we'll have what used to be the jury show Monday night, where the juries will vote, which they still vote actually on Monday night, but it's backup juries. Like, for instance, like San Marino, they don't even have really a televote. So they still vote. So that's going to be an important performance. So, and then they do it again Tuesday afternoon, and then Tuesday evening is the live show. So they have 3 full dress rehearsals, Monday and Tuesday afternoon. And then they repeat the same Wednesday for the semi-2, and then Friday is the grand final, et cetera, and then we're done. But that seems like so far away. There's still so much going on. So, and once again, ESC United will be live every day, live streaming. But not only that, we now have several people arriving. Roy arrived today. Gabe arrived yesterday. Melanie's already there. David's already there. And we have Emma will be there shortly. And Alistair is going as well. So we have plenty of people representing ESC United. So don't you worry. Give me 1 second. There was somebody said, Cornel Mars, I know Cornel Mars, of course, commentator of the Netherlands, revealed that there are a lot of visual surprises left that we don't see. That's what I've been said about the Netherlands. People get too hung up, like, I didn't see anything, therefore I'm gonna, not put money down on it. I remember even 2018, Netta from Israel, because people were like, just okay with the staging, all that stuff, and then she dropped significantly in the betting odds as well because people overreact. And that's why I always tell people, don't overreact. You only get bits and pieces here, and it could be a very misleading story. Isn't it too late to make changes? Sarah Sun is. So you cannot completely redo your rehearsal, right? I'm going to do something completely different. You can make, after the first individual rehearsals, you can make a good amount of changes. After the second one, only minor changes are allowed. So you cannot say, I'm going to bring a horse in now. That's not possible. But you can do little things here and there. That is with approval of the EBU. And then during dress rehearsals, that's kind of done. Yeah, then you cannot make any changes anymore. And then you just deal with what you've got. And sometimes people regret the decision that they make, but that's kind of how it goes.
But can we have things that we haven't seen on stage? Like, can they not rehearse with the final staging, and then at the second rehearsal, rehearse with what they have in mind? Is that possible?
Can you give me an example? What do you mean, with the things that
because I'm seeing the comments talking about the Netherlands having more to show. Can they have some parts that they didn't rehearse them and then they rehearse them tomorrow? Can this happen?
Everything needs to be in place by the time the dress rehearsals start. So then you can, because it's not just for the acts, right? The camera people, the lighting people, the makeup people, whoever it is, they need to rehearse as well. The stage folks who have to bring stuff off, that's probably the most important thing because it's difficult to set it up and not set it up. And so there are very few, you cannot just have a cool little prop effect that you cannot, bring you have to have it ready. And even the acts have to be in place usually. Like Florida, was like not during the individual rehearsals because he's a big name, but he had to be there basically for the dress rehearsals, and it has to be a very unique exception when you cannot.
Well,
be
they
there.
had the cardboard. That was something.
Yeah, individual rehearsals, yes, but they also had a stand-in for him as well during the individual rehearsals.
Yeah.
Salvador Sobral had his sister actually doing the individual rehearsals because he just recovered from heart surgery, I think. Well, so
Yeah.
so he wasn't performing then either. So yes, so you kind of have to have everything in place by then because it's more than just not wanting to show stuff. It's a TV show. Everyone is rehearsing, not just the acts, and people tend to forget about that sometimes. Don't eat that. Sorry. Don't eat that. He's eating paper.
Oh
Come
my
here.
God.
Come here. Don't eat. I hear that ripping sound, and I'm like, come here, little stinker. Okay, fine. He's not. He's just looking at me like I have 3 ears or something. It's really weird. So, anyways, what was I saying?
About the need for the rehearsals and the dress rehearsal and Florida. It was something cool.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, it seems very irrelevant now at this point for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering though. I mean, because there was all these glitches, and there seems to still be some glitches. Sort of.
There are always glitches. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why they do all these rehearsals. That's why I'm also people like the first dress rehearsal is always pretty chaotic, and for a reason. I remember, especially in even in 22, the UK, ironically, in 2017, you remember Lucy Jones with that big shell, and Sam Ryder with his big scaffolding thing. Took forever to set up, and it took there were like 5-minute breaks in between. They're like, how do we do the wheel? Do we put it here? It took forever, and we're just like, okay. Hopefully we'll be ready for the jury show in time. So, and that's kind of intended. And there are a lot of things that happen during performance, especially those with big props. That's why they have these decisions like, okay, Lorraine has to go, I think, right after a break, right? That was one of the things that they had with the staging for Sweden because it was just too elaborate, bringing it down, the thing, all that stuff. So those kind of things, they trying to figure out how it goes. It's amazing. Anyone who has ever seen a show live in the arena, have you guys seen it live yet before at Eurovision?
No, but I want to.
It's like just watching the stage hands. When there's one performance with big stage and you see like 20 people just run on stage. One brings a chair, one brings this, and they all put it in place as the little card placed in the background. And then just in time, like 2 seconds before the camera shows up on stage, they run off. It's just such a fun thing to watch. And like that, it's just so it's like one of the things I love the most, the behind the scenes stuff. So, that's another great example somebody brings up. There was many problems with Duncan Lawrence's light ball. First of all, initially he brought the IKEA light ball that looked really cheap, right? Because the other one has not arrived yet, the glass one. And it wouldn't descend properly from the ceiling. So it was sitting on the piano the entire time. So it was sitting there and he was like singing. Because anything that comes down from the ceiling is a huge issue. It's a lot of work because they have all the lights for everything else ready. So if you have anything descending from the ceiling, you trouble. So that's why Sweden had to go right after a break, and Duncan Lawrence's was a big issue. So there are a lot of things happening. That interesting. Someone said Kate Miller-Heidke being rolled in. That was surprisingly the easiest part. They were already on their stilts as they're being rolled in. They go on backstage, and then the two backup dancers were just rolled in onto the stage. It was actually pretty quick. It was amazing compared to some of the other props that we've seen. Like sometimes you see these big props and you think they're complicated, but they're actually quite easy to put together. So the stuff that had the UK had the big trumpets, the big moon Spain, because it's hanging up, that's always a little bit more difficult. So anything that has to do with ceiling is a tricky. Yeah. So anyways, we've got to go because we had already a long chat and everything is done. But every day live streaming, make sure to subscribe so you're being notified when we're live and all the other videos come up. So thank you for watching. Daniel, thank you so much for being here. Alexandros, I hope you didn't hate hanging out with us today. And I will see you all on the other side. Okay. Thanks everyone for supporting us, and I'll see you tomorrow.